Da 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 da. Hello everyone, it's the end of another month as I'm recording this. September bleeds into October and it's time for another monthly pickup video. I'm going to try and keep this as short and sweet as possible because tomorrow, or rather later this morning, I gotta wake up early and go on a trip to some place somewhere. So I'm gonna rush through this rather quickly, but by the time you're watching this it'll probably be like a couple days later, so who knows. Anyways, a few interesting pickups, as it were. Small part of them being repro carts, reproduction cartridges. 3 of them I bought online from a website someplace. I forget the name of. I'll link it, or I'll add a text blurb or something. Anyways, before we get to those, we'll go to the genuine stuff, I guess, as it were. Anyways, first off, for the Game Boy, we have Ninja Gaiden Shadow. They call it Ninja Gaiden, but it's really Shadow of the Ninja with a Ninja Gaiden aesthetic. And if you've never played Shadow of the Ninja, the NES game, give it a shot. It's actually not that bad of a game. It's a pretty good game, actually, and so is this. So, not a knock in any way, shape, or form. Next up, for the Super Nintendo, we have Spectre, which is sort of a 3D polygonal battle zone knockoff type of thing, which is kind of somewhat of an inaccurate, but does have 3D objects and polygons and simple shapes. And it's a shooter of sorts. It's not that bad of a game, actually. I've only played it for like a short while there, but it's promising. It could probably get worse as we go along, but I'd like to give the game the benefit of the doubt. Excuse me. Next up, we got a bunch of NES games. Of course we do. First off, another Codemaster Gold Cart. We have the Quattro Arcade, which includes 4 games in 1 cartridge. F-16 Renegade, CJ's Elephant Antics, Go Dizzy Go, and Stunt Buggies. Should be loads of fun, I guess. I like these Camerica cartridges because it has a switch in the back. Position B. Only use this position if the game does not work with position A. It works with position A. I'm guessing that's a region encoding thing. If it doesn't work with position A, it's probably because it's a PAL unit, and that's what position B is. I actually don't know. I gotta look that up one of these days. Or maybe someone will leave a comment describing it, and that's too much information, I guess, I suppose. Anyways, next up we have another game called Amagan. I've heard mixed opinions on this, so but I got this for fairly cheap, so I figured why not. And then here's a game that WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge. Figured why not, another wrestling game to add to the pile, even though it's one of the less good ones. Actually not that great of a game, but whatever, you know. A couple box games here. First up, we got Ghostbusters 2. Never actually played this one, so looking forward to trying that out. And also, next up we have Defender 2, Super Arcade Hit. Probably uses the same title song as Joust and Millipede on the NES, since they were also developed by HAL. And stuff. Finally, a boxed Sega Genesis game, King of the Monsters 2. Nice cover art based on the Neo Geo game of the same name, and it even comes with the instruction manual right there. I think the others too. but I'm not gonna open those up. Anyways, so those are the genuine hits, you know, for lack of a better term. Now we get to the reproduction bits. And the first two are of a questionable, I don't want to say questionable, that's probably not the word, kind of questionable boot, we'll say bootleg. Let's go with that, bootleg, as in reproductions of copyrighted intellectual property that the genuine articles would cost about a couple hundred or something, but you could get these ones for like $40, and that's what I went with, because at the end of the day I just wanted, anyways, here's a repro of Earthbound on the SNES. It works the way it's supposed to, as far as I know. And also for the NES, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters, helpfully labeled as a reproduction, as if the poor quality of the label itself wasn't a dead giveaway. And the label is not genuine, by the way, nor is that. You could tell right off the, everything is falling apart here. Like the Nintendo isn't all that great. And the label's kind of a thing there. And also the label itself is not high quality stuff, you know, as far as the printing goes. Nice glossy paper. Then I got 3 Sega Genesis reproduction things that I got from a website called, I think, Flashback Entertainment or something like that. I'll have like a text annotation on the screen sort of correcting me, but in any event, they had 3 things that I was somewhat remotely interested in for whatever reason, and figured why not. So we got Mega Man The Wily Wars. Nice to have a copy of the Wily Wars in any form, actually. It does work, it runs at the correct speed, so it's the fixed version, and it saves, which is the most important thing, because trying to play that on a ROM, especially in the early days, in the early years, it had a problem with saving, and then someone came along and put a patch in it, and it started saving or something, or I don't know, something. Anyways, next game, the second game that I got from the site, Super Mario World 64, one of those bootleg pirate carts. The label looks nice here. The game works on a Genesis. I've tried to look for a ROM of this thing, but none of the ROMs worked with the emulators that they had, so when I saw this being sold as a proper cartridge, I figured why not. And then I played it, and I found out exactly why not. But it'll make for an interesting video for that. But if you want to see a good video on this, look up a YouTuber. Let's try that again. If you want to see a decent video, I think I saw one good video of this. It's from a YouTuber by the label of MikeTheGamerGuy. He actually did a nice little video on that, though. Spoiler alert on that video: if you see a guy named Bob, turn your volume down, because it does get a bit loud. Just saying. Anyways, so that's number 2, and finally, last but not least, and I'm going to get this out of the plastic box because there's a piece of Scotch tape that I forgot to peel out, probably because I'm an idiot. But this was something I was actually intrigued by. Super Mario Brothers. Somebody took the original Super Mario Brothers that was on the Nintendo from 1985, and they turned it into a Sega Genesis game. And I was curious about this, so I ordered it, and actually works really, really well. I think it plays like Super Mario Brothers on the NES, except you're playing it on a Sega Genesis, and it has Sega Genesis FM sound based tunes and stuff, I guess. And that's it. It's Super Mario Brothers on the Mega Drive, and it works great. That too might be worth making a video on, you know, assuming YouTube and Nintendo don't throw a fit or anything like that. And if that's the case, I'll probably toss it on the spare VidMe channel or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so that's my haul for the month of September. Went on a little longer than I would have liked, to be quite honest. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Till next time, take care. Good night. I gotta go sleep now. Later.